Hi there, fans. I'm Adam Gusky, and welcome to this Week 4 edition of the Woodland Hills Football Network pregame show. Last Friday night, Woodland Hills got their first win of the season as they traveled to Bethel Park and defeated the Blackhawks. This upcoming Friday night, they return home to the Wolverines to take on an old conference foe in the Plum Mustangs. We're going to sit down with Woodland Hills head coach George Novak to review last week's victory and preview this week's game, and we'll also let you see highlights of last week's win over Bethel Park. All of that and more on the pregame show here on the Woodland Hills Football Network.
Sanders takes the handoff, tries to bounce it outside, cuts it back to the near side. Across the 20 into open field, 30 to the near side, 35-40, 45-50, 45-40, 35-30, 25-20, 15, 10, 5, end zone, touchdown Woodland Hills. Wolverines run an option. Instead, it's Randall straight up the gut. He may have a touchdown here as he jukes a man at the 10 and into the end zone. Harry Randall, first touchdown of the season, and it was a pretty one. Ball carrier is Alexander Minton, and he is met rudely 2 yards deep in the backfield. Handoff, Sanders to the far sideline. Leaps over a Blackhawk inside of the 20, inside of the 15, brought down inside of the 10. Miles Sanders looks like a hurdler out there. 25-yard field goal attempt for Cassidy. Nice snap, nice hold, nice kick. Randall rolling, stepping up, pressured, runs to the far side. Now tosses it down that far boundary. Trayvon Mathis catches it and goes out of bounds. Randall steps under center for a rare occasion. He'll roll to his left. Pressure, eludes that pressure, steps forward, inside of the 5 and down towards the goal line. Randall's going to keep it, has a big hole, and he will waltz into the end zone for a 6-yard Woodland Hills touchdown. Matheny, straight drop back, pressured, screen pass. The pass will go to Enoch, and Enoch has nowhere to go. Randall rolls to his right off of play action. He will throw. It is complete to Dante Broadus, and Broadus across the 40. Pistol formation as Randall on the straight drop back. Looks across the middle, finds Dante Broadus. Broadus is tattooed, but holds onto the football. He'll hand off to Sanders. Sanders drives his way forward, escapes tacklers, still driving his way forward, inside of the 40, pushing the pile for a first down. Randall, pass to the far side. Broadus catches it, driving forward, inside of the 25 to the 24. Randall off of play action, rolls to his right, throws it across the middle. It's caught by Shaw, the big tight end, with a Woodland Hills first down. Handoff, no, it's going to be Randall on the keeper, dancing his way into the end zone for his third touchdown of the afternoon. Matheny, pressured, hit, wrap, sacked to Shot Osbrooks, timed it perfectly. He'll drop back, look to his left again, throws across the middle, and it is intercepted by Harry Randall. Randall to the near side, 35-30, 25-20, and brought down at the 21-yard line. Pistol formation. Randall hands off. Sanders bouncing it to the far side. Across the 20, the 15, the 10, inside of the 5. He'll step out of bounds. 22.5 seconds to play. It's an option play. Harry Randall dancing his way through black jerseys. Somehow he gets into the end zone. It's a Woodland Hills TD. Your final score, 38-23. Woodland Hills defeating the Bethel Park Blackhawks.
Hi again, fans, and welcome to this Week 4 edition of the Woodland Hills Football Network pregame show. I'm Adam Gusky here sitting down with Woodland Hills head coach George Novak. And Coach Novak, before we talk about this week's game against Plum, let's take a look back to last week's victory against Bethel Park. A little bit of a slow start, but third play in, a long touchdown by Miles Sanders set the tone.
Yeah, Miles made a great run, and once he got past the defensive linemen and linebackers, he just outran their secondary. It was a phenomenal run. Showed what he can do in the open field.
Let's talk about Harry Randall. Seemed like he really got his legs underneath him for the first time this season, running wise.
Yeah, he gets better. He gets better every week. He's getting stronger. You could tell at practice. He still has to wear a brace on his knee. He's not 100%, but we worked on a few plays for him last week. ran some speed option, and he turned a couple up and made some big yardages, and got a couple touchdowns with it. And we run the counter with him to keep people honest that are jumping on Miles all the time. So, Harry's developing, and I was very impressed with him throwing the football too.
Over the years, we've seen a lot of great runners for Woodland Hills. One thing Harry has, maybe more than any of the other guys, is just straight elusiveness.
Yeah, he is a very elusive runner. I mean, Stevie Breston was probably the most elusive guy we ever had, but Harry's a running back and a quarterback. He can throw the ball, has a great arm, strong arm, but he has that ability to run the football. And, he's dangerous, as Stevie was, dropping back to pass, and he can do a lot of different things. And he's also an outstanding defensive player. He played the last 2 years on defense too, and we used him sparingly against Bethel Park.
He had that interception against Bethel Park in a crucial moment in the game.
Yeah, it was a big time play for us, and he had a big game overall. I know MSA selected him as a quarterback of the week, and he'll get a trophy for that, and the whole team gets a McDonald's sandwich, because McDonald's is a sponsor of the WPL, and that's real nice for the team. It's a nice honor for him.
He'll be getting a certificate from State Senator Jay Costa as well, because he was our State Senator Jay Costa Player of the Game. Let's talk a little bit about Miles Sanders again. He had that huge run, but now he's over or close to 400 yards on the year. He's really developing and maturing. You can see it both physically and mentally.
Yeah, he worked real hard in the offseason. He's still a sophomore. We started as 4 sophomores on offense Friday night against Bethel Park, and we had one starter on defense also. Diamond Johnson, he dislocated his elbow. He'll be out for a couple of weeks, but yeah, Miles has done a great job. He's getting better. He can catch the football. He can run it. He's a return guy. I know he bobbled to one, but he's outstanding at all aspects of the game.
You touched on the defense briefly. Seemed like they had their best game of the season as well, even though they allowed more than 20 points.
Yeah, they did. They had bad field position 2 of the first 3 games, and that short field gives an offense more opportunities to put the ball in the end zone. And but they played tough, and I was real pleased with our goal line defense. For the most part, they did a lot better job than we've done earlier in the season with goal line. So for this part of the season, I think the goal line's picking it up, and the defense as a whole has done better.
We've talked about Cassidy in the past, but another crucial field goal by the senior kicker.
Yeah, kicking is a very important part of the game. We work on it very hard, and I think, Donnie's gotten better. He got a lot of experience last year, and, I think he's 2 for 2 on field goals, so knock on wood. But, yeah, we're real happy with Don. He's progressing and doing a nice job.
Let's talk about the Plum Mustangs. They've had a rocky start to the season.
Yeah, they play some good football teams. When you look at them on tape, they're a very young team. But when you look at them defensively, you could split them up a little bit. They're pretty good on special teams, got a good kicking game. Defensively, they're outstanding. They gave Bethel Park, Baldwin, and Mount Lebanon a tough time running the football on them. They had to pass and play good field position, and they did commit a lot of turnovers offensively, which gave their opponents opportunities to score. But I think they try to spread you out and do a lot of different things offensively. Defensively, they're a strong team. They're a 4-3 team. 2 of our Woodland Hills staff are on their staff, and that's Barlack, who played at Gateway, but he's teaching at Woodland Hills, and Joe Golden, who's is in charge of the behavioral specialist and works at the Promise program for us. And both are great guys, and very good coaches, and they're both coaching on the defensive side over there. So you got to build a team. You got a new coaching staff with your defense, put a solid defense up, and they do have a solid defense.
Coach, let's talk about some of your players that are in the college ranks. Juan Price had a great game against New Mexico. Yeah,
Juan's just a great athlete. Not the biggest guy in the world, but got a lot of speed and a lot of strength. He's just a natural pass rusher.
Another defensive end that's getting things done in the college ranks is Quentin Jefferson down at the University of Maryland.
Yeah, Quentin, he was a 220-pound defensive end here in high school, and he's about 275 now and creating havoc down in Maryland. He does a great job for him.
Coach, we wish you the best of luck this upcoming Friday night against the Plum Mustangs. We'll talk to you again next week.
Thanks a lot, Adam.
Absolutely. We'll be right back after this with more of the pregame show on the Woodland Hills Football Network.
Because here's the things that I learned.
Again, fans, we thank you for joining us for this Week 4 edition of the Woodland Hills Football Network pregame show. If you can't make it to the Wolverine this Friday night, you can tune in to our flagship radio station, AM 1550 WZUM, on the web at woodlandhillsfootballnetwork.com. We'll also have our live audio stream on the MSA Sports Network at msasports.net. You can tune in to our television coverage on Monroeville Comcast Cable Channel 13, Penn Hills Comcast Cable Channel 98, and Verizon Fios Channel 37. And as always, we'll have video replays on all of our television affiliates and our YouTube channel. For everybody at the Woodland Hills Football Network, I'm Adam Gusky, and we'll see you next week.
Get physical.
This has been a presentation of the Woodland Hills Football Network. Watch us on YouTube, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and as always, visit us at woodlandhillsfootballnetwork.com.